Starting off the new year just right. Wearing PJs. This is Frog here, and first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. Being the first video in the new year, I wanted to bring up an interesting thing that a lot of people do during the new year. We tend to call them New Year's resolutions. I initially was going to do some research on this, and I actually did. I found a ton of different websites that I got a bunch of information off of, but nothing really spoke to me, nothing was portraying what personally I thought a good New Year's resolution was going to be. So this is going to be a little different. I'm giving you my advice on New Year's resolutions. I don't know what series this should be off of. Maybe on the fence. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, let's get started. Many people try to change something for the better in themselves. Usually people go to the gym, people try to quit cigarettes, people try to eat healthier, blah blah blah, etc, etc. They pick things that we all should do more, but not necessarily the things that they want to do. Telling yourself, I need to quit smoking, doesn't really help anybody, does it? Except for those corporate greedy bastards. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Like this guy. Honestly, I'm not saying that I'm a specialist or anything, far from it. I'm just some guy talking to you through a box. There's this crazy little thing that I have that usually helps me when making my own New Year's resolutions. So what happens when you get a dog? It kind of helps me control my own destiny when I'm making New Year's resolutions. I call it realistic expectation in myself. Be sure to make goals that aren't over the top, but also not so easy to where there's no motivation for you to even try. Don't go and say, I want to work out every day, when you haven't lifted a dumbbell since high school gym class. Do something more like, I want to be able to lift 50 more pounds. That seems a little more realistic than actually changing your entire life routine just over something that people tell you should do more. Plus, if you actually succeed in being able to lift 50 more pounds, nothing's actually stopping you from saying, you want to push it a step further and go 50 more pounds, Always work on improving yourself. Many times you'll read about things that tell you pick one strong goal and just work on that the whole year. I don't think that's the right idea. Usually what I do is I take that idea and multiply it by 3. And my crazy ass organizing brain puts those 3 into different categories. Here's how I do it. First, I think about the 3 biggest things that I complained about the last year. Generally, it's always the same 3 things. It's always going to be about work, it's always going to be about finances, and it's always going to be something personal that I can change. I look at each of these individually and determine the most realistic expectation that I have in myself for being able to change these things. All by the end of the year. Really, Chi-Chi? What you dropping stuff for? Now the dog's sitting next to me. Last year I hated my financial situation, so I decided to save money. Well duh, we all want to save money, so Frog, what are you going to say different here? Well, attentive viewer, let me tell you. Realistic expectation. I know where my money goes throughout the year. I'm kind of a number cruncher for my money. So I understand that I'm not going to go around and save thousands of dollars every year. I look at what is left through my annual spending, and I try to work around that to make a reasonable and realistic expectation for how much money I could save. Last year I told myself I could save $500. That seems far-fetched, but I actually was able to do it. Then work became an impending doom that I unrealistically didn't expect it to be, and it shattered my cushion when I lost the job. Honestly though, if it weren't for my resolution, I wouldn't have been able to actually keep my head above water at that time. So thanks past me, I owe you. Next is work. Now I've worked 2 jobs for as far back as I can remember. So this one would always seem logical to say, it'd be nice to have just 1 job by the end of this year. Well, technically I did succeed at that goal as well, since I was laid off 1 job. So, point 1 for technicality. This one could actually apply to any situation though. Say you want to get promoted at your job, make that your goal. Or if you're trying to look for a better paying job, as we all are, then put that. This one will also generally help with your financial goal, as long as the realistic expectation doesn't get in the way of wanting stuff all the time. The last one, personally, is the most important one and generally the most common. Personal. See what I did there? Yeah. It's clever. It's quite punny. I said personally, and it's personal. This is where I would say the get fit or eat healthy would fit in. But this is also where realistic expectation is usually ignored. The part that everyone seems to forget is you need to pick a goal that you want rather than what people tell you you should want. You may be told smoking is bad for you, but you're not going to actually quit unless you want to. You would have no motivation to follow through if you don't want that to happen. I always pick something that means a lot to me. Like last year, my goal was to pay off my car and then fix Sugar. That was my car. Kinda did the opposite with her. Damn, you passed me. You take and you give. But you know, life happens. This year, I decided to actually make it about you guys and the channel. The dog. I've decided my personal goal this year will actually be to reach 100 subscribers on my channel. I felt like that was a realistic goal to reach, and it is something that I truly want to have happen. The true desire to actually want this goal is going to be the motivation and the determination that you need to be able to do it. And that's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, the only thing that'll ever actually hold you back is your own realistic expectation within yourself. We all want to be better people. But remember, if you don't want to change a certain way, then you won't. Pick something that you can realistically reach and that you want to reach, and go for that. Easier said than done, I know. I'm just reaching out to you with this box with lights and wires, you know, explaining this stuff like I am some kind of guru. But I'm walking the same road that you guys are as well. Just think for a second though that it was someone's motivation to actually bring into existence what you're watching me from right now and what I'm recording with to bring to you. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I release new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And for you gamers out there, I also have Let's Plays going on my channel regularly. That said, new year, new chances, same PJs, but most importantly, new you. Till next time, guys.